Today's adventures take place in the Kimberley region in the top northwest of Australia. We continue along the Gibb River Road and end up at Wyndham. Coming up, we test out the scones at Ellenbrae Station. We cross the Pentecost River and free camp on its banks. We have an awful incident with the drone, take Liam for his first drive, and we cross the magnificent Karunjie Track. Very rough road.
Yeah, nice to get off it actually. It's been real corrugated in this last 50 k's since Drysdale turn off. There's a lot of big rocks on the road and it's real sharp rock.
To Ellenbrae, we're just topping up the water to fill up if you need it, is up at the top. We're by the cafe before you head down to the campground. It cost $40 for the night for 2 adults, 3 kids. There's hot showers apparently, so that'll be nice. That's about all. I think it's $6 a scone I saw in there with jam and cream. So put that on your bucket list if you're coming through. Kids are having hot chockies, warming themselves around the fire because it was a cold night. Although we rugged up clothing wise, so we were all much warmer last night. So toasty. What are we doing here this morning, Tony?
We have got a bit of a rattly arm, it's just bent because of the road. Just repacking the bearings. This one's got a little bit of play in it. The bearing looks alright, so I'll just repack it with a bit of grease and tighten it up. Just give it a tweak on that front nut, and just make sure there's no wobble in the wheel. And we've only got a couple of 100 k's left in the dirt, and then we're on the bitumen for the next month, so it'll be fine. It's just this freaking dirt, it's so hard on it. And then get another service. I think you're meant to change wheel bearings every 10,000 k's, and probably done 30,000, so I'm probably due for a change. But it looks alright. Just chuck some new bearing grease in there and repack it, and we're away.
My jam and cream to go on my scone. How is it, Hunter?
Really good.
Really good. Kids have got slushies too.
I can live here.
You could live here, it's delicious. I've just taken Tony his cup of tea and his scone in the car. He's on the meeting. Here we go. Alright, it's pretty good.
Mom, I added extra jam.
Really fluffy and yummy. Hunter's got layers, jam, cream, jam.
We've just come over the hill. This would have to be the most beautiful range in the Kimberley. We're going to go across the Pentecost River, and then we're going to head down a bush track and see if we can find a free camp.
Karunjie Track on the Pentecost, because there is a whole lot of vans and campers parked at the bottom part. So we're just going to see if we can get up any further. The track sort of veers away from the river, but I took a quick look on the drone and it comes back a bit higher up, but I just don't know what the state of the track is. So I'm just going to go for it, explore and see how far up we can get. Hey guys, we are all set up. We've found a little posse. How far would you say we pushed up? Maybe 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's probably, yeah, it is probably a good 45 minutes up the river, maybe an hour.
Yep.
It's not far, but it's just slow going.
Yeah, so we found a spot. We found a really good spot before, but it was just too close to the river and it wasn't safe enough. There was a great boat ramp, 2 great boat ramps, with a flat area to camp, but unfortunately, yeah, only 10 meters from the water, so not very safe from crocs. So we pushed on. Doesn't look like we can get our boat off here, but there's some rapids, and they're tidal, so yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what the tide does there, and we're hoping that maybe some barra will move through here and we can just fish off the edge of the river. Tony's just been out collecting firewood. There's a couple of crocs just sat down the way a bit, so they're definitely around, which we knew from last time we were here. I'm just wandering up the hill, if you're wondering what I'm doing, because the sun's about to go down and I've got a couple of magnificent baobab trees, one there and one up there behind me. So I'm just wandering back up our track to see if I can get some pictures of them on sunset. So that's my plan tonight. A few shots, maybe of the stars out too. Tony's collecting firewood and we'll start some dinner. Which I've made there on top of the stew. Oh, they look good. Dinner time. There are our dumplings, beautifully cooked, nice fluffy texture, and our beef casserole.
Hey guys, it's 20 past 9, pretty good pack up guys, thank you.
Yeah, that was a good pack up.
So we're trying to get on the road a little bit earlier today. We are leaving the Pentecost.
We didn't have much luck. We headed out yesterday to try and find some accommodation in Kununurra with some phone range, but we didn't have any luck, did we?
Nah, it was just, we're on the tail end of school holidays and everything's just heaving up this end of the world, but it is what it is. So we're going to push on out of here today. We're not going to go back along the Gibb to Kununurra. We're going to cut through a track which is just going to start just here and push out towards Wyndham. We're going to come out at the prison tree. It's just a big baobab tree.
Baobab in Aussie.
Baobab tree in Aussie. I'm not in Africa. Yeah, we're just going to push through this track. We don't know what it's like. I'm picking it's going to be pretty rough. Excuse me, I'm just backing up to get around this sharp corner, and just something different. We're a bit over the Gibb and the amount of people on it, so we go this way. It's nice and quiet. We'll have a look at this beautiful scenery and we might find another place to camp.
So this is the Karunjie Track. We bumped into some people yesterday that had come over. This is the gate that stumped us because we thought that it was private property and it says no going through. But you're allowed to go through the gates, you're just not allowed to camp. So that's our plan. We're going to head through, come out the other end, and then head up the Ord River once we're out and find somewhere to camp up that end. So that's us. Looks like I'm chief gate opener today. I think there's a few gates. I believe the Karunjie Track, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's part of Alquestro property and their station. Alright, here we go. Karunjie.
Jumanji.
Karunjie.
Karunjie, I call it Jumanji.
What do you think the road's like? Unlike for people who don't know what this track's in it.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, but if you're just going slow and you get your tyres down, it's pretty good. You just want to make sure you got good tyres. Say the rock's pretty sharp. There's some pretty sharp shale in here, so if you haven't got good quality tyres, you're gonna rip your sidewalls pretty easy. But the track's not too bad. It's just slow. It's just slow. We're in low high, which is not too bad.
There's no jump ups or anything, eh? It's just a few washouts and shaly creek beds and stuff.
Yeah, as long as you've got full drive, it's all good. And it's pretty dry at the moment too, so the few creek crossings that we've come to have all been dry, so there's no water, so no mud, so it's all good.
I've just had a mare flying the drone. I was on my last battery and I just wanted to get up over get a quick view of the Pentecost and the Cockburn with us driving along. And yeah, I got up and then it said critical low battery and it just landed. So I couldn't see where it was, but I saw the track, so I managed to land it on the track, but there was just tracks going everywhere here. So Tony had gone out in one direction, Liam went out in another, and he found the blimmin' thing, which was awesome.
Yeah.
There is a map, but the home point was further back because I've been flying it while we were driving it. So yeah, but yes, it's the first time I've used the start flashing and beeping function. So it's not particularly loud, but it was loud enough for us to find it. So I'm feeling so grateful today that we've found it. Close call.
Just doing some outback Aussie driving lessons. I'm hanging on the outside of the truck, and young Liam's learning to drive. His first time driving a car, eh, Liam?
Yeah.
He's driven the last couple of trips. All kids had a turn with me in the sitting on my knee, but this is the first time Liam's driving by himself. And as you can see, it's a pretty good area to learn. Because other than losing Dad off the side, hey, there's not a lot that really can go wrong, I'm hoping. There you are, Mum.
Can I return driver?
How do you feel, Liam?
Good.
Good?
Please. Why not?
Because you got to be.
This
You
is
gotta be a bit
dry,
older.
cracked mud.
Mum, he said I have to be a bit older to drive.
You do have to be a bit older.
I can see the
Liam's
mirage.
been asking, and he's getting to that age. When Dad was about Liam's age, I'd learnt to
Yeah.
drive a tractor.
A tractor. Liam's doing good.
Everyone learns to drive on a tractor. We've reached the end of the Karunjie Track, and this marks the end. Prison boab tree. So back in the day, supposedly they used these boab trees when they were escorting prisoners. I couldn't tell you whether they were justified or unjustified prisoners. I suspect unjustified, but who knows. But yeah, they'd keep them here overnight.
Mum, look on this side. There's like all these wasp hives.
Ooh, spooky dooky. Super interesting is the graffiti all over the boab trees you see around the Kimberleys. I always thought it was disgusting of people to do such things, but I've since found out that it was a way of having a message board back in the olden days to leave a message there for the next person who was expected to come through. Now I see it as part of history rather than just graffiti. Let's get a photo of you, eh?
Yeah.
Cool spot. Thanks for watching, guys. Coming up in the next episode, we camp on the Ord River, cross the Ivanhoe crossing, and then we push into NT and do some hikes through the very underrated but beautiful Gibb River National Park. If you like what you see, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.